Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In previous episodes, we discussed about the how to measure GDP and give the formula, which is y equals to c plus I plus g plus x, where c equals to consumption, I equals to investment, g equals to government spending, and x equals to net export. But today we will discuss about an upgraded version. So, because of this is GDP, not GNP, so only we measure like the product produced domestically. So for consumption, there is consumption of domestic goods and services, and also consumption of those imports. So if at this stage we can say this GDP is similar to the GDP you have already learned, because import is being deducted in the net export part. So we just remember net exports export minus import equals to net export. This is totally correct. But for investment, there is also investment in domestic goods and service, and also investments in foreign goods and services. So in this part, how can we calculate GDP more accurately? And also for government spending, there are governments like purchases of domestic goods and services, but also like government purchases of foreign goods and services. How should they be differentiated? So we can say consumption equals to consumption for domestic product plus consumption for investment, which is consumption for imports. And for investments, we can say there are consumption for domestic investment for domestic product and investment for foreign product. And for government spending, we can say there are government spending on purchasing domestic product and government spending on purchasing like those foreign products. So we can say Y, which is the total GDP, equals to C minus CF, which is consumption of foreign goods and services, which is import, plus I minus I for F, plus G minus GF plus X. So we can also use this as Y equals to C plus I plus G plus X minus import. So we usually define import as like what we those things that's being added tariff or being added taxes that comes into our daily life. But in this stage, those import is equals to, of course, consumption, the imports, and also investments is also an import, and also government spending on foreign goods is also an import. So spending on imports is included in domestic spending. So define net exports equals to net exports equals to import exports minus import. But these imports include a lot of things. So there's our equation, the net export equals to output minus domestic spending. Then we can have net exports. So if we also have imports, we can if we also have export, we can calculate the total amount of import. So this video only wants to tell you that the import do not mean those goods you see is considered as import, but also the something government purchase, or if you invest something, it is also being considered import. And this forms the real formula of GDP. And thank you all for listening for this short period. Have a nice day.